Yo, what's up everybody, it's Katie East and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into Duet Night Abyss, the action RPG from Pan Studios that launched in October 2025 on PC, Android, and iOS. We're going to cover what the game is, the good, the bad, and whether it's worth your time, so let's jump in. Alright, I've spent a lot of hours in Duet Night Abyss, the shiny new action RPG that's trying to do the impossible, which is make a mobile PC hybrid game that isn't a gacha nightmare. No banners, no stamina bar, no 1% drop rates for your favorite characters, just raw gameplay, a weirdly poetic story, and some janky performance issues. So today let's dive deep into everything this game gets right, where it stumbles, and whether it's actually worth your time. Or if it's just another overhyped anime ARPG trying to be Genshin's edgier cousin. First things first, what even is Duet Night Abyss? It's an action RPG developed by Pan Studio and published by Hong Kong Spiral Rising Technology. It's out on PC and mobile, and the big hook here is that it's got a dual protagonist story. You play as two characters from totally different backgrounds whose paths eventually collide. The world's called Atlasia, a place where magic and machinery coexist. The tone is pretty dark and moody, but at its heart, this is an action game. You jump, slash, shoot, slide, and launch enemies into the air. Let's talk visuals, because Duet Night Abyss looks amazing. The art direction, chef's kiss. Environments glow with steampunk vibes, gears, towers, flickering lights, and the character designs, straight fire. Weapon effects pop, particle bursts sparkle, the whole thing feels like an art piece in motion. But, and it's a big but, performance is all over the place. On PC it's mostly fine, though heavy fights can still dip frames. On mobile, it's rough. I'm talking texture pop-ins, 20 FPS drops, and menus that lag like it's 2012 again. Players on Reddit call it beautiful but unoptimized, and I get it. My phone went from 80% to like 40% in an hour. Animation's another mixed bag. Characters look great idle, but their faces, dead-eyed during a dialogue. So yeah, gorgeous style, shaky execution, a masterpiece trying to run on potato hardware. Okay, combat time. Honestly, this is where Duet Night Abyss shines the brightest. Fast, flashy, and surprisingly flexible once you get the hang of it. You can equip melee and ranged weapons and swap between them instantly. 1 second you're slicing through mobs, the next you're mid-air pulling off trick shots. You've got movement tech, double jumps, wall jumps, and that signature helix leap, basically a mid-air execution move that looks insanely cool. Every character can use multiple weapon types, meaning you can build your own style instead of being locked into one role. Loadouts let you tweak skills, stats, weapon mods, and even cosmetic skins. It's stylish and customizable, rare for a mobile ARPG. Now for the honesty check. Combat sometimes feels floaty, some hits lack real impact like your blade slicing through mist. Enemy variety's decent, but boss fights? Sometimes they just soak damage for days. So flashy, absolutely. Deep, yeah, kinda, but it needs some of that final polish to hit Devil May Cry smoothness. Let's talk about progression, and this is where things get interesting. Unlike most anime ARPGs, Duet Night Abyss ditches the gacha. No banners, no wishing, no 0.6% drop rates. Instead, everything, all 19 characters, over 40 weapons can be unlocked through gameplay. You grind secret letters by doing missions, bosses, and daily challenges. Collect mats, craft weapons, and upgrade gear the old school way. That means no RNG walls, but you do trade it for grind walls. It can take hours to get enough materials for a single top tier weapon. Personally, I don't mind. Grinding's part of the charm, but I can already hear people screaming, "You remove gacha just to make us grind more?" Which is fair. Co-op also exists, up to 4 players. It was very laggy and buggy, but with the latest update, they have fixed it, so everything is pretty smooth now. Still, I've got to respect it. No stamina timers, no play limits, the monetization, surprisingly chill. So yeah, let's talk money, because that's usually where these games fall apart. Honestly, this one's refreshingly fair. The shops mostly sell skins, dyes, and accessories. There's a battle pass, but it's optional and you can't buy power. There are a few pay to skip bundles for materials, but nothing game breaking. No $50 banners, no fake limited time pressure, just a fair, transparent system. If they keep it that way, they've got a solid foundation, but if they ever sneak gacha back in, yeah, the player goodwill evaporates instantly. Let's shift gears. Story time. Honestly, I didn't expect much going in, but the writing's surprisingly strong. The world of Atlasia mixes machinery and magic, but underneath that it's really about ideology, control versus freedom, order versus chaos. The dual protagonist format gives you two totally different lenses on the same conflict, and seeing them collide is actually great. The dialogue has this poetic edge, sometimes almost cryptic, but it works. Music, fantastic. The soundtrack blends moody orchestral scores with cyberpunk synths, perfect vibe. Voice acting's solid too, though facial animation still hasn't caught up. So yeah, if you're someone who actually cares about story in an action RPG, this one's worth your attention. So what about endgame, the thing that usually makes or breaks ARPGs? Right now, it's thin. After finishing the main campaign, around 20 hours if you explore everything, you're mostly grinding dungeons, hunting mats, and replaying boss fights for loot. The devs say they'll drop a new character and weapon every month, which sounds good on paper, but we'll see if the pace holds up. At launch, the endgame feels more like groundwork. Not bad, but not meaty yet. If they can keep content rolling, this could grow into something genuinely special. So, final thoughts. Duet Night Abyss is one of the most ambitious RPGs I've played in a while. It's not perfect, far from it, but it's trying to break free from a system that's dominated mobile games for years. It says you don't need Gacha to make money, just make a good game, and honestly, that's bold. The combat's flashy, the story's surprisingly emotional, and the soundtrack, absolutely fire. But it's held back by performance issues, grindy systems, and limited endgame. Still, if you got a solid PC or a powerful phone and you love action RPGs with real story flavor, I'd say try it. For me, it's a 7.5 out of 10, maybe creeping up to an 8 if updates smooth out the rough edges. A great foundation, a few rough screws, and a whole lot of potential. Anyway, that's my full review of Duet Night Abyss. If you enjoyed it, drop a like, maybe subscribe for more honest takes, and let me know in the comments. Are you playing it? Is it living up to the hype, or is it just another grindfest in disguise? Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.